Hey, you guys, I just wanted to check in and to go over what the expectations are for the PD Day. Today we are working on UBD, Understanding by Design, and so my intention is to give you, because you guys probably already know a lot about UBD, I don't want to waste your time, like a 30-second, maybe 2-minute in reality, cover what UBD is just so that I know that we're all on the same page. And then talk about what it is that you guys need to work on today. So today, the big idea or the major goals of UBD is that we want to increase the depth of knowledge that students are learning. So on their assignments and in their assessments. So what level questions are we asking? Are we asking them level surface level 1 questions? Are we going a little bit more into depth and asking level 3 questions? Are we having them create new things with the information that they learned? Or that would be like level 4. What are we asking our kids to do with the information that they're learning? And performance-based tasks. We want to increase the maybe not increase. Maybe you do plenty of these, and some people don't. We want to make sure that there are performance-based tasks, whether they're assessments or just activities, but that our students are using what they've learned. They're not just learning content. They're not just treating science as a body of knowledge. They're learning information and then using it, applying it by performance-based tasks. And like I said, whether these are assessments or activities. So these are our goals, sort of our bigger overarching goals with UBD. And this is what we're going to be working towards. So you may be doing this already, and that's fantastic. But we can always do better. So what we're going to be working on this year is to make sure that we get all of our curriculum down and organized, and then we can start looking at it and assessing, like where is it that I can do better? Where is it that I'm strong? So I'm not coming in and saying all of your curriculums are wrong and you have to redo everything. That's not my intent. That's not the intent of this at all. It's always grow, grow, grow. We should all be always growing. So there are 3 stages of understanding by design. The first stage, stage 1, is sort of the biggest, broadest stage, the most inclusive. This is where we identify the unit. So if you're life science, this would be like introduction to like what is life. If you're physical science, this is like what is matter. And so in this stage, we are identifying the standards that we're going to be hitting, the important key facts, the key concepts, the overarching questions, and major misconceptions that students have. And you guys have all been teaching for a really long time, so you probably know exactly what questions kids are going to be asking. And skills, what are the kids doing? What do you want them to do? How are they applying their knowledge that you're teaching them? Stage 2, here, so let me show you, this is the UBD sheet that we're going to be completing if you have not already completed these. So this is stage 1, we're just filling in that information. What are the common core standards? What is the key concepts? What are the skills, the processes? So this is all of that big picture information right here. Here we are in the stage 2. This is the evidence. How are we identifying how well that our students are learning? So those are our assessments. Let me see if I can find myself here. Yeah, so these are our common summative assessments. So they're common so that we know that students are having similar experiences in similar classes, and common performance tasks, and formatives, so that we have, you guys already all do this, but we're just going to put those down. If you have formatives in your class, identify those in this area. And here, this is the most specific stage of UBD. This is our day-to-day agenda and resources. We're also putting this into place in a way so that two things can happen. One, so that we can access it and know where everything is, right? So it's everything is there for all teachers to use, and so that we can work on things together. But then also, if we need to give a new teacher a curriculum, if you're out sick or like me out on maternity leave and we need to just hand over a curriculum, or if you leave or whatever it is, if we need to bring in a new teacher, the curriculum is right here. It's at the high school. We have none of these in place, and we have a whole bunch of new teachers, and it came to light in a very big way why this has to be in place and why it's so important. For me, anyways, it was made very apparent. So this one's very important to me that we get all of these, that we get our resources in one place and organized so that it's in a usable way. And here's the key word, and this is why you might detest my name for a little while, that it's usable. And you maybe not. So this is the way that the sheet has stage 3. And if this is what you like, if this feels comfortable to you, then use this. I am not married to the idea of absolutely everything being completely universal. So if you want to put your resources, like day 1, this is what we do, this, and this. Day 2, this is what we do, this, and this. Day 3, etc., etc. And it doesn't have to be exactly day by day because we have shorter classes, we have longer classes. Just things in order and how to use things so that if somebody's coming in, they can make sense of it. That's the goal. And if you wanted to say section 1, section 2, section 3, however you want to word it so that it makes sense to you. We just use day 1, and so day 1 could maybe last a whole week, so don't get caught up on the nomenclature there. What I did is I set up, if you click this, this will bring you to, this is how I would do stage 3. So in our UBD, I would set up, so if this was CP Bio or Life Science or 8th grade Physical Science, this would be the folder here, and we would have a folder for all the resources so that if you were to leave, your resources don't get deleted. They'd still be there. So that, because everything is Google Docs now, so that if your account gets shut down, then all of those links go to your account, and so they would get lost. So we want to put them in a place where they would remain. And so here, UBD, let's just call this Unit 1. So this could be Introduction to Life Science. This could be Introduction to Matter. And this would be just the UBD page that we were looking at. And then here's our Stage 3 doc for Unit 1. And then I would have a Stage 3 doc for Unit 2, Stage 3. And this, like I said, this is what's comfortable for me. You don't have to use this. But I put an example on the page that I'm sending along with this. So here, resources. These are the URLs that you'd put in that folder that says resources. So this is the link to the app that we use. This is the link to the worksheet that we're filling out. This is the link to these instructions. And then a quick description. It doesn't have to be a paragraph. A quick description of how to use these resources. Key points, things to remember. And you don't have to have this. You can just have this, or if there aren't many resources, you can just use this. But this is what made more sense to me. Like I said, you don't have to use it. Let me go back to our PowerPoint. We are almost done. So this was the Stage 3. And so our goals for today, for a given course, create unit documents. I want you to do what works for you. If you are already done a couple units and everything is sort of in place, and it'll be easy to bang out Unit 1 because you just went through it, then do that. If you're about to work on Unit 2 or Unit 3, and it'd be really helpful to get those organized, do that. I forget what the number of units to have done per trimester. Let's call it 2. And like I said, I just made that up right now off the top of my head because it's different for every school. So let's just say it's 2. So just work on getting 1 or 2 of these done today. That's it. Here's the kicker. Here's where you might hate me. I was looking through how our so 8th grade, this is our UBD, the shared files, and so physical science 8th grade, I don't see any, so I don't know if you have them somewhere else or you just haven't gotten there yet, so this will be new. 7th grade, I see that you guys did this, and this is the same way that I did this in the high school. We wrote it in a way, we wrote the curriculum documents in a way that mirrored the standards, but it didn't mirror our units. So this talks about cell processes, and in reality, you're going to hit cell processes you're going to, I don't know, make sure that you're probably going to hit cell processes throughout the year in different ways. So what we're looking for is unit-based. So it would be, we'd have one of these sheets for your Unit 1, whatever Unit 1 is, Introduction to Science. And you would put down for Unit 1, here's our, here, what are the things that you're, what are the core standards in Unit 1? What are the important facts and key concepts in Unit 1? What are the likely misconceptions and misunderstandings? Blah, 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 Stage 2. And here, Stage 3, here's our day-to-day. So how are things laid out in the day-to-day? If we go and we use the, if we try and give somebody a curriculum, a day-to-day curriculum based on the NGSS standards, how they're written, it doesn't make sense. So if you have written your other UBDs in a way that isn't Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, I'm going to ask you to do it in that way, Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3. And that may not mirror, in fact, I don't think it will mirror the curriculum documents because I think you guys and Jess Benson wrote them last year and she did it the other way, not based on units. And so we're going to write our UBDs so that they're usable. That's that word that I said that you might hate me for. Usable. I want this to be usable. And if this is confusing, I'm going to give you guys my phone number, call me, and then we can all Zoom so that we can clarify any questions. So that's all I have. Thank you for listening, and I will be in touch. Okay. Talk to you guys later.